An old friend from Solder had been to the works after being re-examined. He couldn't wait to see Bill and Ben. Bill and Ben were resting their weary wheels when the diesel pulled alongside. They were very surprised.
BoCo!
They cried.
Is that you?
BoCo smiled grandly. Sorry, you two, he announced. I've been to the works. Bill and Ben were puzzled. But it didn't seem like there was anything wrong with you. Oh, nothing wrong, said BoCo. I was just given new equipment. But you look exactly the same, steamed Ben. The equipment is on the inside, chuckled BoCo. Sir Topham had a new safety system installed in my cab. It's a button that has to be pressed as soon as it starts flashing. And what happens if it's not pressed? Well, my brakes come on. It's there to make sure my driver's paying attention when I take my midnight goods. Between you and me, I assume Sir Topham wants to take caution after the recent streak of sleepy signalmen. More like he wants to be sure you don't fall asleep on the job. And the twins giggled and whistled till their wheels wobbled. Early the next morning, BoCo arrived to take his early goods to the mainland. His regular driver was on holiday, so a relief man took his place. However, BoCo noticed he looked very grouchy. Hello there, he said kindly. Happy to be your engine for the week. Yeah, whatever. Let's just get this over with, grouched the driver as he climbed inside his cab. Soon it was time for BoCo to leave. They had just gone off with their first train when... Whoa, what in blazes is that? Cried the driver. Oh, that's the alert system, sir. You must press it. Alert system? What nonsense! That's the problem with you newfangled diesels too easily distracted. Back in my old days, the steam engines kept us busy. You had to be alert, or suddenly BoCo screeched to a halt. The driver came out of the cab, very annoyed. What's the matter now? Sir, you didn't press the button, scowled BoCo. My brakes come on in case you don't. It's to prevent runaways from happening. Oh, phooey, scoffed the driver. Let me tell you how you stop a runaway. BoCo just rolled his eyes. This wasn't going to be easy. The relief driver gave BoCo grief all day. He would ignore the alert system whenever it started flashing. He would only press the button at the last second it flashed. This would delay BoCo, and when he tried to explain, the driver only laughed. The old diesel was beginning to feel annoyed and stressed. Later that evening, BoCo pulled into the sheds next to Derek. Derek could sense something wasn't right. Oh dear, what's wrong, old chap? BoCo explained about the new driver and the new alert system. This new driver is impossible, BoCo complained bitterly. He's more interested in his glory days than he is with keeping a train running. Oh my, said Derek. He does sound like a handful, old chap. Still, it must be of some comfort that you're able to stop, even if his mind does go wandering. I suppose, muttered BoCo. But on a railway, this is no place for his games. Derek could only agree. Later the next day, BoCo took his regular goods train to the mainland and was now bringing trucks back. It had been a calm day, and his driver thankfully didn't give him much hassle. As they cruised smoothly down the line, BoCo heard the familiar flashing sound. BoCo braced himself for a comment from the driver, but instead, he heard snoring. The driver had decided to doze off. "Will you stop that tomfoolery?" growled BoCo. "This little joke isn't funny anymore." "It wasn't to begin with anyway," he muttered under his breath. But the driver didn't reply, and the beeping continued. Then when BoCo clattered around a curve, his face turned white as a ghost. Up ahead, some fish vans stood at Edward Station, waiting to be shunted for the flying kipper. BoCo gasped. He knew he needed to be stopped. "Wake up! Wake up!" The driver didn't hear, but the trucks did. "Your driver asleep? Oh, don't worry. We'll wake him for you." Then they cried together, "On! And bashing their buffers, they surged BoCo forward. BoCo could do nothing but roll down helplessly down the line, an inch closer to the vans. Then suddenly, BoCo jolted back. His brakes came on with a screech, much to his relief. He put all his weight and efforts into halting the train, fighting against the surging trucks. At last, the train rode to a halt, with BoCo's buffers near inches from the vans. "Oh my!" "Whew!" sighed BoCo, while the trucks grumbled with disappointment. Just then, his driver woke up and got out of the cab. "What's going on there?" "Hey, how'd these vans get here?" BoCo just looked away with embarrassment. Later, Edward arrived to shut the vans away. "Never mind, BoCo," he soothed. "You did very well to prevent a nasty accident." BoCo smiled. "Thank you, Edward. You're a very good friend, and always will be." When he arrived at the yards, BoCo found good news. His regular driver had returned from holiday and had immediately adapted to the alert system. BoCo was very relieved. He never had to worry about being a runaway ever again. Meanwhile, Sir Topham Hatt had very stern words for the relief driver. After that, he wouldn't be forgetting to stay awake and alert anytime soon.